the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched tonight.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led onto the field by their 6'6" quarterback, the former Arizona Wildcat, Nick Foles.
And coming up of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It's too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now a run with Edwards. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Foles. He's got the hook up to lead. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Okay, dog. Strong left.
They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. From the gun, here's Luck. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
A man who played college football here in the Sunshine State. It's USF's Marlon Mack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Off of play action, Luck. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Foles. Open man is Kroon, the tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Let's go. Big series right here. We got to step back.
Here's Foles. And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. Jordan Jenkins. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. He'll drop to throw. Short pass complete to the tight end, Kroon. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. Now Love. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Keelan Cole, the intended target, but now it's 3rd down. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Sanders' kick is good. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense. just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now it's Lott. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. And now it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Luck. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 16 yards the pickup there. The Colts have a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Luck. Catch made here by Campbell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Here's Lott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The kick by Joseph is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So after that 4th down stop, Charles, you said it was almost guaranteed points the other way. Indeed, they do cash in, but only 3.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They got the points, but it should have been more. With that type of field position, the setup that they had, I think that it was almost a loss for them that they only got 3 instead of pushing across the line for a touchdown.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Taywan Taylor, and it's 3rd and short. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now back to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. From the gun, they go to Edwards. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Gus Edwards, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. He goes 102 yards from one end zone to the other, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking out some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. On second down now, it's Edwards. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10. All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the first half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows. The set.
Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
On the draw is Edwards. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
A 27-yard attempt.
The kick by Sanders is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Andrew Luck and the rest of the Colts offense ready to take over. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing is Luck. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Out of the gun, Luck. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Throwing again is Luck. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer, and likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we would have figured that one to be 3 points in the bank, but this game, you know, can be unpredictable at times.
Yeah, he knew he needed to pull it ever so slightly to get it going in the right direction, but he seemed to put a little too much on it. And from short range, that is a bad miss for an NFL kicker.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
Here we go.
Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more.
And that's caught inside the 30. 36 yards on the play.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And, boy, they hit that one.
Now Luck. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Throwing the foot. He's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup. Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They go right back to Mack. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? A shotgun snap for Luck. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell, a touchdown on a kick return, and now one through the air. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter, out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Extra point up and through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. You change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now Foles. Dumps it off to Edwards. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Andrew Luck now, he gears up to lead this offense again. He is looking to help his team build their lead after trailing at halftime. They've got to like the spot they're in right now.
They have to love it, but as you and I both know, cliche alert coming here. You're only as good as your last possession. But I think that they like, as you said, the spot they're in and how confidently they're playing at this point.
But again, just a 1-possession lead, looking to expand that now. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. He's got a man complete. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. So because of the yards after the catch, they'll wisely decline the PI.
Yeah, since it was pass interference, they would have gotten the yardage at the spot of the foul. But as you correctly noted, a little bit of run after catch for him. That extra yardage made it easy to decline the penalty.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. On 2nd and 7, Luck. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I remember a coach told me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try to run with Hines. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one play.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Gus Edwards heading back onto the field. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, it's Edwards. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's Edwards. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Fielded just inside the 20. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Colts to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, here's Love. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. Oh, and Mack has the ball stripped. And the Jags grab it, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But then we're in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. The bottom line is, what did I say at the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. On second down, it's Edwards, and he gets it down to the 32. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll go back to Edwards on first down. And he'll go down at the 28. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Foles. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Foles. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
They'll look to throw. And he completes it to
Oh,
Westbrook.
my God.
And we'll
He
get
just
this
shit my whole team.
Touchdown. D.D. Westbrook, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with an extra point.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
A very important extra point there, up and good. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st and 10, Love. Complete. Richardson has it. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Luck able to get this one to Mack. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. The throw by Luck complete to his tight end, Ebron. And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Running on first down with Ware. And they'll get him down right around the 16. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On second down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll try and run with Ware. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on first and goal. They'll run it with Mack, and this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal. On second down, it's Ware. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. Joseph now to have the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it's finished off by a Spencer Ware touchdown run. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Gus Edwards heading back onto the field. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off?
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Darius Leonard in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. But, Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end, we win. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long and see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So for the Colts, they...
One man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing.